Carlos Nelson with Cascade Sports. And tonight we've got another athlete on our series, Bridging the Gap Between Sports and Education. And he's going to tell his story. He's going to talk about the people that helped him excel in his sport and some of the mentors in his personal life. Who do we have here?
You got Demario Newton here.
All right. Hey, Demario.
Yes,
on these type interviews, we want to go back to kindergarten as far as you can go back to remember. Talk about the teams you played for, when you started playing sports, and some of the coaches that helped you on the field and off the field or the playing floor. The ball is in your court, as they would say.
Okay, well, I was kind of a late bloomer. I didn't really get started playing basketball till about 8th grade, for real. You know, we came down from Kansas City, came to Wichita, and it's a basketball environment. So around 7th, 8th grade, I got up on there, got to play for Jordan Jazz, middle school, for 8th grade year. You know what I'm saying? It was cool.
Position, tell our audience what position, as you progress, what positions were you playing?
Oh, man, the whole time, believe it or not, I played center.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'1".
Woo, all right,
yeah.
Go.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I started 8th grade at Jordan, got a little basketball in there, but then high school really started. Went to East for a year, played under Coach Amos. You know, so my freshman year, then moved to Heights and played for Coach Allen for Hollywood Heights. And it was, but all through there, though, you know, in between the years, that's where you get your AAU in. And I played
what years were you playing? Tell the audience what years you were playing.
And at Heights?
Yeah, right. Well, once you went to Wichita, because in your statement, you was like, I left Kansas City, and when I got to Wichita was like balling out of control. Everybody. That's what I took it.
Yeah, so I would say about 2000.
All right.
Year 2000. But I was when I started playing basketball, I really wasn't known and stuff at the beginning because I really didn't have the talent that everybody did. So I had to do the stuff that people didn't want to do. You know what I mean?
Talk about that.
I mean, simple, just like I said, it like you got your scorers, you got your passers, but you don't really hear about people trying to get scraped up and bloody no more.
So you were rough and ready down low.
I felt that was a spot that didn't nobody want to take. And you know what I'm saying? I grew up, I got brothers. That's easy. You know what I'm saying? Might not can put that ball in that hoop, but I'm gonna get that mug off that rim.
That rebound.
I got you.
Dennis Rodman type deal.
Yeah, so I was just playing basically my whole career, I just played as a dog. You know what I mean? Just doing whatever the coach needed to be done.
Run down your high school career from your freshman and some significant milestones that you felt you achieved. Personally, when you felt you were coming into your own, and talk about some of the people that influenced you.
Okay. Well, my achievements didn't look like achievements back then because they was real like hard lessons. My sophomore year, I was actually ineligible to play basketball.
All right, talk about that.
Hey, it's real. You got to get it done in the classroom, or you show up to tryouts. No matter who you dogging out, they gonna turn you right around. You know what I'm saying? So it really don't matter how good you is. You got to get them grades up first. And I found that out the hard way. It was a hard lesson, but it was better. I came out better because that summer played AAU. You
know what I'm saying? For when you was playing AAU?
Say it again.
Who was you playing for?
Oh man, Kansas Dapper Dan, man. You probably heard of him, man.
Man, ain't nobody heard of no daggone Dapper Dan.
Hey, you
no Terry Moore. Nobody know. Y'all ain't make no moves on the big stage.
All right. I don't think there's enough room in here to show all plaques and stuff, man.
Right. So what was the difference in playing in the summer with Coach Moore versus high school, and what was you learning, you know, playing on the road and being able to travel? And talk about the first time you was able to travel somewhere.
So that would be probably my freshman, sophomore year when it was AAU. They got me
that's
traveling.
what I'm saying.
Yeah. So playing with the Kansas Daffodils, win a couple tournaments here, you got to spread out. I was able to go to Tulsa, Wisconsin, North Carolina.
And how did you feel? That's what I'm talking about. You personally, your journey, man. I remember the first time I started in a varsity game. All of that.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's a little different to me. I took a little route different than folks because my senior year at Heights, I got to, once again, I messed up again. I was able to overcome it, but I was ineligible again. So I didn't play the first 8 games of my senior year. So I played junior year and got cut off. So it wasn't about me starting. It was just about me playing. Anytime you give me 10 minutes, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do whatever I can do. So it wasn't about starting to me, but it felt good as far as traveling though. Rubbing elbows with a lot of people, still got a lot of friends in a lot of states, you know what I'm saying? So that felt real good, but it didn't come to nothing new because
what kind of home did you come from?
A real good one. Hey.
Yeah, well, everybody come from a good one, even if I'm saying home is home, mom is mom, no matter, dad is dad if he's around.
Yeah.
Excuse me, but see the story you telling, if you look at our interviews on Bridging the Gap between sports and education, and as you know, I've never talked to you before this interview, right? I never prepped you or said this or that. Every last one of our stories have been the same about not doing the books like we should, as thinking basketball's gonna carry us. I'm telling you, 80% of all my interviews mama's the one that carried the load. Very few, I'm saying we come out of the same neighborhoods when we telling our story and it's not being edited. But when you look at where those players are at now in life, and that's part of your story, I want you to really go into a little more in depth.
Okay, you just keep it real with you.
Yeah, that's the only way. That's what we do here. We go hard in the paint, baby. We get rough and ready down low.
Yeah, I heard that. Well, shoot. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to sound like everybody else, but
but hold it. Let me say this. As a Black person, all right, you might not want to be like everybody else, but how do you think the world see you as a Black person?
Nah, they see me as a provider.
Black person. So it's not about, because we come from the same neighborhoods, the same experiences. So all that does for Cascade Media Group and the City of Fountain Coaches Association is codify that the conditions that we have to rise to be successful across the board is the odds are against us, but there are select few through sports that have been able to overcome all of those obstacles, and that's what these stories are about.
Right.
So get real.
Real. Well, shit. I mean, I'm bad. Well, anyway, but
whatever. Hold it. We own this station. We got all the time in the world.
All right. So I mean, it's real. Just like I do it. I mean, mama gonna handle the business, but in my case, I had a father too. Mm-hmm. My father, I was in a situation where my father was in and out. You know what I'm saying? So you got to do what mama say. You got to get it done. You got brothers and sisters. You got to be the man. As soon as daddy leaves, it's
You
like
had
life.
brothers and sisters. How many? Talk about that and
I
what
got,
their responsibilities and how you felt about that.
see, we went, well, I really didn't feel no type of way because when you come from Kansas City, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of gritty up there. So you learn to be a man at a real young age. You know what I'm saying? When you 5 years old.
Gritty up here in KC?
Huh?
You say it's gritty up here in KC?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So when you 5, 6 years old in the morning, you're not waking up watching cartoons. You waking up putting your boots on, getting ready to go cut some grass, go shovel some snow. You know what I'm saying? You hungry, you want candy, so it's not no lay around. And that evolved all the way until I went up. I don't care if it's a Saturday. That sun come out, you hear my daddy at the door. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? And that's the kind of thing
that's
that
work ethic that you talk about when I get in the game. That runs through you. When I get in the game, hey, it's war.
It's war because I'm out here living and doing what I don't want to do and making it easy and not complaining. So you telling me I got this team and don't nobody want to rebound and dive on the floor? That's easy. That's way easier than crossing somebody over and finger rolling and with 5 seconds to go. You know what I'm saying? Because most of the time you're gonna be the only one on that floor because everybody like doing different stuff. But that prepared me for that. That let me know that like you can be able to walk. You know what I'm saying? If you're an athlete, I can walk in the gym. Yeah, you got the nice stuff on, but I can tell how you walk, you ain't no dog. I can tell by you talk, you too nice. You better play, you playing. If you about to have a game, why you over there joking with your friends on your cell phone? Because I'm looking at you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But it's the difference. You got to find what you like.
What school did you go to? What college? Talk about how you got into college.
Well, like I said, I only played 8 games my senior year, so I had to really ball out. I only had a few offers, but I decided to go to Fort Scott Community College. You know, none of my friends was there. Like I said, on my AU team, every single person went to college for basketball. You know what I'm saying? So wasn't none of my friends there. I wasn't gonna have no fun. It was time to work. And it was mostly, I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to go to Cali County. Got a couple letters from them, but it was most of my father's idea that like, because it ain't fun. You're going to college to handle business. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to college to be with your friends and play around. You're going to try to get
Scott, man, has put out a lot of athletes because they've come on our show.
Yeah, rodeo.
Girls also.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually a program. I actually enjoyed it a lot. It taught me a lot, and it made me the coach I had, Coach John Burns. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He coached me for 2 years. Probably I hated him. I'm talking about with a passion. But when I moved on to the next level, I was so much better, so much more in shape, so much, man, blessing in disguise.
You look back and you're like, thank you, coach.
It wasn't a week into college. I called my mom. I'm ready. I don't want to play basketball no more. I'm gone. Before I hang up the phone. You know, it was back in the day. Before I hang up the phone, Pops get on the other line. I don't know what you're going to do. I don't know what you're going to do. Hang up that phone. And luckily, I had a roommate. His name is Terrell Dyer. Ended up playing for Park University. That was real solid. It helped me through there. But junior college, it'll get you ready for the real life, especially with a coach like John Burns. We're not shaking no hands before the game. We're not shaking no hands after the game. We can't even shake hands when you go in it and they tell you the rules and the ref tell the captain the rules. You run suicides for every rebound you don't get. Junior college, but you know the KCJ, you know the our JUCO is the best in the world. You know what I'm saying?
So, hey man, my boy Brandon Baguette, over there at the KCK Community College now coaching, took them to the championship, won their division the first time in the school history. And hey man, it's a lot of things going on a smaller level than that Division I and Division II, and a lot of hard ball is being played and a lot of opportunity is being given.
Yeah, I played with some big name people and against some big people in JUCO. You know what I'm saying? But it definitely got me ready for real life though. And after that, did 2 years there up there, 05, 06, 06, 07 up there, graduated from Fort Scott, got an associate's degree. and then got a scholarship at the University of St. Mary's in Leavenworth. Played ball up there for a year and a half. You know
what was that like?
It actually was some of the best basketball because, like I said, I was so much in shape from JUCO. I was so much in shape, and I played center all the way up into my junior year in college.
What was your how did you start adapting to your academics with Cascade Sports being home and a student athlete? You know, start to talk about how you viewed that part of being a student athlete at this point.
Yeah, it's definitely different, but it was I was already really on my stuff at the end of my senior year because I was ineligible. So your parents ain't having that, so I had to clean that all the way up. So going into my first year of college, I was already ready as far as academic wise. Right. You know what I'm saying? Then taught myself just certain ways how to study and taught myself certain ways how to learn things and stuff, you know. So I was pretty much ready for that, but it's like living at high school. That's what I try to tell my little brother. Stuff like college is like living at high school, and you really got to be ready for that. You know what I'm saying? Getting ready for class at 7 a.m. And our rules is if you ain't 5 minutes early, you late. My coach was sitting there every day. You'd be sitting in front of the class. You know what I'm saying? You running in on time.
If you're not 5 minutes early, you late.
Yeah, and you had to sit at the front row. Didn't want to, but it opened my mind up, and I learned way more. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it was a blessing in disguise. Hard coach, man. Coach John Burns, man. But crazy.
That's
coach.
What it's about. He left that impression on you.
I mean, just because he was just a juggernaut. To start out, you go to college and start out with 22 people. You end the season with 7 people. I even sent 2 people to the Army. It's just because he stay on you and don't
that's
let
like
you short.
pledging.
Yeah, he's good at it though. He stay on you, don't let you short yourself. And that's what a good coach is. Like
So
you can
talk
see a
about
person.
St. Mary's. St.
Mary's was easy. I was under Coach Sparkman. And Coach Sparkman really let me do what I wanted to do because I was the rebounder and stuff, but I was so much in shape. I was going by small forwards.
Did you ever take part in leading the team? I'm talking about from a leadership standpoint. Was you that type of player? Because some players lead by example. Some players, you already know you're an athlete.
Yeah.
What role?
I really wasn't the team leader. Because it's a difference. Some people love basketball. Some people like basketball. I like basketball, but I chose to play basketball and stick to it because I found something I could do and I seen I can excel. Because out of my class, I'm the farthest one that went, college-wise, out of my whole class. So I feel kind of good at that. Me and Cordell and the watch it. As far as basketball-wise. So it ain't really you got to be the best player to make it the farthest. You just got to do what you got to do. And I really wasn't like a leader. I was the type that I got to get this degree. I got to get this schooling paid for. My mom and my daddy don't have schooling money. I have to get a scholarship. And in JUCO, they'll take you, send your butt home. Like I said, we started at 22 players. They send your butt home. And
that's what these young kids don't understand. They think they can ball out of control, but that don't mean nothing to these coaches because they're not giving you money to fail off the team and they lose their job behind and making
50% of the players that got cut off, I'm sorry to cut you off, 50% of the players that got cut off wasn't even athletic related. Just for not listening, not being able to stand face to face with somebody and let them bark at you, right or wrong. You got to be able to stand there with your chest out and chin up. And once you break, you're gone. Ain't no talking back. Ain't no smacking the lips. You know what I'm saying? You got to be on point. If you got a goal that you want, you know what I'm saying?
What? And that's somewhat how when I was dealing with athletes, I was more in the Bobby Knight style. I want you in khakis and a blue blazer and a tie. I don't care what age it is. I don't care if they wearing zoot suits. This is how I want you, and
right.
Y'all acting like you got some daggone sense.
Mm-hmm.
But now and I think that has a very important that mindset that you're talking about, that coach. especially with kids that come from our environment that haven't had a lot of structure, haven't had
Right.
a lot of discipline. The
Yeah.
ones that can make it through like you made it through, you look back and you understand a lot of guys that didn't make it because possibly the mentors and the people they were around didn't
Right.
set them up in the right position to win.
Yeah. And yeah, because I come from that type of household. My pop say something, my mama say something. There's no rebuttal. So you have to. That starts at home to take, criticism, to take anything and figure it out without complaining. And that's basically what life is for real. Because when the basketball is done, you got to figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
So when you graduated, what did you do?
Started working, man.
Talk about
Just got a job because
what kind of job?
like
Tell them you got your degree. Now,
yeah,
what do you
got my
come out
degree.
doing? Huh?
And I played a year and a half, and the reason why I was a half because I ended up having a child, and I thought in my mind, I'm be realistic. I'm not LeBron James.
Right.
I'm not about to go to the league. I gotta go get some money. So, like I said, I just stopped school and started working.
All right. What did you do?
I worked actually while I was at St. Mary's, I worked for Dave & Buster's and Walmart at the same time because I had a 3/4 scholarship and I had to pay for my own room and board, some stuff like that. So that's some of the stuff you might come across too as an athlete. Coach say one thing, and then when you go sign them papers, and when semester come and FAFSA ain't adding up right, you just got an 8% scholarship. You got to make up that money. And you still can't be late to class. You got to get up in the morning, go to work, go to class, go to practice, get out of practice, go to work. But if you're trying to do it, and I felt like I had to, I got too many brothers and sisters. I got my mom and my daddy. It's like, you can't, ain't no settling.
It ain't no, hey, hold it. It's California or bust. It's like, got to do this or ain't nothing going to happen.
Yeah.
So, after you got that first job, run down what your mindset. You got a kid, family, and what you gonna do now? Because I know that's not making enough money.
No, that wasn't making enough money. But I ended up, you end up. One thing about having a job, my brother told me this: if you're not applying for another one to make more money, you settling. So I'm constantly applying for more jobs. If I make $13 an hour, I should be applying for something that makes $14.50 and waiting on that to call me back. So I was always, that's what life is. I'm always never stagnant. I always trying to put myself in a position to keep going up. You know what I'm saying? So, had a few little jobs, but after Dave & Buster's and Walmart, I started working for like Chevrolet. Worked there for a minute, plant shut down, and then at the job I'm at now, just constant working.
What do you do now?
I'm still working. I'm gonna still work outside and big old forklift, moving steel all day. Steel beams that you use to make highways and buildings and stuff like that.
How do you like that?
I mean, it's cool. It's all right. I maybe to feed my family.
The family.
But I tell you the reason why I got a job that pays so much because that degree is behind my name.
Right.
I tell you that for sure. You know what I'm saying? So it definitely paid out because I'm not working hard at all. I'm able to feed my family. And I think that's the goal of a Black man. You want to take care of your family.
Without a doubt. In wrapping up,
mm-hmm.
What would you have to say to the young athletes coming out of high school?
Don't do it because you see other people doing it. Don't try to do what other people do. You got scores, you got passers, you got ballers, you got listeners, you got coaches. You just got to find your lane because if you try to go in the lane that's not for you, it's gonna shoot you right out, straight up. So you got to figure out what you like, what you're comfortable with, and that's about it.
Tell them. Remember, we home with a student athlete.
Okay.
What you got to say on that student bit for the young freshmen in high school? Because they got their whole thing in front of them.
Yeah, just as a freshman, you got a long way to go. So you definitely can't think of a freshman and just call it quits after the freshman. Like I said, I was eligible 2.5 out of 4 years and still was able to go to college and get my degree. It's just if you want to do it, you're gonna do it. If you want to play basketball, you go get the grades. Because when you see your boys out there balling, that's gonna hurt. That feel different.
You feel different. I went to college at Virginia State on a full track scholarship. The first semester, I found myself ineligible. Not only ineligible, found myself in remedial courses, and that was almost reserved back in the day for the football players. And
yeah.
and I went to summer school because my dad was like, yeah, he was like, huh? You think I'm gonna pay? You got another, hey, bro.
It ain't even the conversation we had. It's just like, you know your household. You think you have $30,000-$40,000? You gonna put that on your parents?
Yeah, he paid me to go to summer school to get my grades up, but then I transferred to Central State, and I really didn't have a whole lot of problems because I learned that you have to study. I thought people just were smart.
Right. Nah. It's too many scholarships out there. If you got parents, I say if you're an athlete and you got parents that care for you, you should take it upon yourself and find a job. Like, how can I help them out? That's how I was thinking. Like, they got me through this far. Mm-hmm. Ain't no way I'm gonna say I cannot find a way to go to college. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's all how you look at it and what you want. But definitely your freshmen, just starting, don't give up. I don't care if you get cut it first year, second year. If that's what you like doing, it's gonna prevail at the end. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna prevail. Maybe you need to step back from that 3-point line. Maybe you need to step back and look at the game and see who ain't doing what.
So like you can eat their lunch.
You said what?
So step back and see what they not doing like you did, and so you can eat their lunch.
Hey, so you can eat their lunch. I averaged a quiet double-double all through my career, about 10 and 10, all through college. But that's cool. I'm a 6'1". I'm holding 6'8" dudes, 6'9" dudes. You know what I'm saying? I knew how to do that. I knew how to knock back down.
You remind me of, see, I'm old school, West Unseld and
DC.
Yeah, I'm saying, I'm off the East Coast, and the Knicks guy, when they won the championship, I'm saying you got that body. They might have height, but when you use that body, and if you're a student of the game and you know which way to move, it's kind of rough. And then if you playing that Big East style ball with that rough and readiness, everybody ain't ready to get like that down low.
Hey, it's chess, it ain't checkers. But hey, jump out the gym all you want. I'm gonna box you out all the way to the pad under the basket.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I know you ain't get it. My coach ain't gonna say your man got it. You know what I'm saying? So,
hey man, this was a plum pleasing pleasure having this conversation with you. And as we always say in closing, when you invest in your community, you really just investing in yourself. We also close with, Cascade Sports. We go hard in the paint. And when I say we go hard, we go hard.
This program is brought to you by the City of Fountains Coaches Association.